All right. Good evening, everybody. This is sort of impromptu. In fact, I decided to go live literally like 45 minutes ago. So, yeah, pretty last minute here. Hope everyone's having a good Monday. And give the algorithm a chance to let the people know who want to be here that I'm live, and then we'll get to it. Hope everyone's, again, having a good Monday. And, yeah, today was a day. Started off the day driving an hour and a half north to Sparta, New Jersey. I live in Woodbridge, so Sparta, easily hour and a half with traffic. And I texted the realtor saying I'm going to be about 10, 15 minutes late to our appointment. And I didn't get a response from the realtor when I texted him. So I was already expecting, hopefully for him to be okay. But I get there, and turns out the homeowners just decided to leave, and they didn't leave the realtor a key. They went on they apparently said to the realtor, well, if he's not here in 5 minutes after our scheduled appointment time, we're leaving. Which means it would have been a fucking rush job anyway, photographing his house. But long story short, I ended up not photographing his house, so I ended up having to charge the realtor the inconvenience fee. Yeah. So instead, I ended up driving an hour and a half out of my way to go to Sparta, only to get some killer pizza from Mama's Pizza in Roxbury, which I posted a couple pictures of it on my Instagram if you want some food pornography. And I ended up going to see a movie. I went and saw the new John Wick movie. Might as well be John Wick. But I saw Ballerina, and it was really good. I can't pronounce her name. Ana de Armas. I don't know if that's how you pronounce her name properly. I'm an idiot. I should have looked up how you pronounce her name right. But she is unquestionably one of the most beautiful women on the planet, and she kicks a lot of ass in the movie. It was a lot of fun. Epic action scenes, like, no pun intended, but killer, kill hits. And it did what most female action movies don't do, and that's give a convincing story and a believable female action hero. I mean, part of the training montage, in most female-driven action movies, they have to somehow emasculate the male characters to feel important. This one doesn't do that. Literally during a training montage, she's getting dominated by a bigger, stronger, male counterpart in training. And the instructor's like, when you're outclassed physically, fight dirty, do whatever you got to do. So she literally fights dirty by kicking him in the balls, and that's how she submits him. So it's realistic enough where it's like, okay, we're not going I'm strong because I have a vagine and you have a dick. So it didn't do any of that crap, and it was just a straight up action movie, and it was fantastic. So highly recommend. It's very fun. Go see it. Let's see. Broken Platinum Studios. Hope you're doing good, man. I messaged my local sound guy for a job. Shadow, with your words of encouragement. Wish me luck. Hey, man. Hopefully he responds. Hopefully you can get at least one shadow job out of that. And good luck. And if the sound guy says no, then suck it up and move on. Like that's all you can do. You're going to hear a lot of no's in this business when you're trying to get started. Daniel Rodriguez checking in. Hello, sir. All right. The view counts are where I suspected they probably would. Digital Dan already donating $10. Thank you, sir. Donate so you could buy a razor and shave. I have very sensitive skin on my neck. If I shave more than once a week, I'll look like a teenager's face on my neck. So I really can't. If you hear rumbling going on in the background, I bought Elvis some new interactive toys, and he is having a field day with that. But yeah, if I shave more than once a week, like this is about 5 days of not shaving, and I can't go more than a week. I can't shave twice in a week, otherwise I will literally get razor burn all over the place, and I will look like a teenager's messy face. I do desperately need a haircut. I could have gotten a haircut today, but I just didn't do it because I'm just lazy with self-care and grooming. Do you have any thoughts about a stream that's not sounding the same on YouTube? Because at my church it is like that. That is incredibly vague, and I need more context. Like, what are you talking about? Sounding the same on YouTube in comparison to what? How it sounds in the house? It's always going to sound different on stream versus in the house. Because on YouTube, you don't have the sound of the room. In comparison to Facebook or Twitch or whatever, different streaming sources, it could be the way that website encodes your stream. There's really nothing you can do about that. Some nights for my streams, YouTube looks the best and sounds the best, and then I watch the replay on Rumble and it sounds like shit. Other nights, Twitch looks the best and sounds the best, and YouTube doesn't sound that good. It all depends on the on the encoder. But generally, ever since I switched to Restream full time for all my streams, yes, I pay the $50 a month to be able to do it, but it gives me all of the benefits and the most consistency. So I highly recommend if you want to stream to multiple outlets, just use Restream. But don't use the website Restream Studio. Whatever you do not use the website streamer and the mixer in Restream. Get the stream key and stream with OBS. Make sure you go everything you push through OBS to go to Restream. See here, I'll even show you this right now. Camera display. So right now, here's my OBS, right? I know we're, entering the matrix right now with this stuff, but if you take a look here, I'm streaming everything. I have my mic I'm talking into right now, and here's my computer audio that you're going to hear the mix with tonight. Here's all my scenes and all that shit. I could turn off my camera if I wanted to. I have a specific crop out just for YouTube. But I load up OBS settings. My stream keys blacked out. Yeah, okay. So you get the Restream server, your stream key, output. I have average bitrate of 8,000 kbps. Audio is is for Macs. You have to download a third party stereo stream, which is Black Hole. Then video 1920 1080 60 fps. That stream key is then, let me now minimize this and get that out of the way, because I know you people are probably going to be pissy about that if I leave that up long enough. So it's going to my Restream controller right here, where my channels are, YouTube, my personal Facebook page, Twitch, and Rumble. And then a chat room where I talk to all of you. The only downside about Restream is this monitor screen right here is extremely laggy, and and it inevitably will freeze. So for streaming to you guys, I literally just keep it in the background here on the left. Digital Dan says, for the next 30 minutes, I will match $1 to $1 for every donation. This ends at 8:40 p.m. Open up your wallets, people. Yeah. Open up your wallets. So as Digital Dan says, I can get a nice razor. No, I just ordered the last suspension components of to upgrade the suspension of the Mustang. I ordered new sway bars, so donation and help me recover from the hump of buying suspension components. Europeans getting fisted right now watching us at 3:15. Oh boy. Yeah, what are you doing up at 3:15 in the morning? I mean, I appreciate it, but you're being a degenerate. Go to sleep. Be productive. We have two separate boards, one for front of house and one for live stream, and it just doesn't sound the same on YouTube from the live stream board. Well, then, depend on how you have it split. I mean, do you have a Dante splitter? Or is it just a split snake, one going to front of house, the other going to stream? Streaming and live are two completely different things. You have to have a controlled environment. Do you have a separate room where you're mixing the stream audio where you don't hear anything going on outside? You can have everything controlled in the room, because that's ideal. You need, because if you're just putting on a pair of headphones and mixing in the same room as the band going on, you're screwed. So yeah, you just need a better mixing environment. That's it. There's nothing really you can do about that. Just become better at mixing. Okay. So everyone's here who is going to be here. Okay, if it's in a separate room, then you just got to mix better. You need good monitors, good acoustic treatment, and you have to have someone in there that knows what they're doing. There's really no no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I wish I could have a nicer way to say it, but unfortunately, if you're getting the same exact signal and it sounds exactly the same raw going to the stream board versus the live board, it all comes down to who's mixing it. That's all. There's actually a not the next episode, but the episode after that of Mixdown Meltdown is a church in Atlanta that had the same situation as that. They had a Dante splitter going to another separate board, and that stream went into Logic Pro, and that output from Logic Pro went to their stream. So, all right. All right, so let's get to the mission at hand tonight. We are going to be mixing a song from Surrender to Eden. I went to their headquarters, a.k.a. John the Singer's house, and in their very lovely basement, we recorded some multitracks for a, sort of like a one-shot live in-studio recording. Now, what we're planning on doing is all three of these songs that we did for that session, we plan on overdubbing any mistakes that the keyboards have, any overdubs that the bass has, and we're going to redo the vocals top to bottom in a real studio environment. And hopefully, Jesus Christ, clumsy me. Fingers crossed on this, we will release them as singles over time. The drums sounded really, really good live. So, and you'll hear them for yourself right now. So, let's get to it. First, let me check chats one more time, see if anyone said anything. Nope, no one said anything new. Okay. Let's get started here. So, we have 3 songs here. I believe this is their song, Bringer of Rain. Yeah, that's Bringer of Rain. But we're going to focus tonight on this song. Nope, we're going to focus on this one. This is their brand new song that they just finished writing, essentially. This is called Lunaris Veil. Probably my new favorite song by them. But we're going to focus tonight on The Fall, which is also probably my favorite song they do. Yeah, everything, the keyboards are super high, so we're going to have to, iron all this out. So here we go. Let's go through what we have. We have a kick drum that was used with an Audix D6, snare, the top snare, toms were all E. Oh, what the hell mic was that? I'm having a brain fart. It's a Sennheiser tom mic. It's I know someone's gonna correct me if I mislabel it as E604. Right. So the toms and the top of the snare are all E604s. The bottom snare and the octobans are SM57s. And so is the hi-hat. The overheads are the Lewitt 140 Airs, aka my favorite overheads I've ever used. Now, here's where it gets tricky. The bass, guitar, and keyboards are all completely direct. Bass has a pedal amp sim on it, and he's coming from his pedal. But the guitars and keyboards are all the output from Gig Performer. That's a software that they use to dial in their tones and send me their outputs. So I don't know what specifically they have in their patches. I don't know how they have it mixed up. But they are coming out with other video content with how they do it and dial it in. But essentially, I barely have to do anything with their instruments. The vocal is an SM58. Bass vocal is a Sennheiser 945, I think is the model, and the keyboard vocal is another SM58. So everything is in the description, but I know you guys are basically too lazy to look at the description most of the time, so that's what we used. The interface that we used is the Behringer Wing Compact. We just plugged it straight from their headphone splitters to their IEMs. And then we recorded it in Logic at 48K direct from the board. So that is everything. And like I said, tonight we're going to go over the entire process. I'm going to try to get this as nicely mixed as possible, because we are also going to edit the multicam video. And I've never edited multicam video on a stream for you guys, so God hope my graphics card can, sustain it. We'll at least get the basic edit out of the way and the basic color grading, but, any high-end, like any complex, color correction, I'll do off-stream. But you'll see at least the raw camera import, log to Rec 709 conversion, and the basic multicam edit of the song. And I'll go over what cameras we use there, too, when it comes time. So everything's set up to get going. So the first thing I'm going to do is just get a rough make sure that all my buses are set up. This is just my workflow, how I've always done this. And yeah, we're just gonna go through the motions here. Oh, shite, I didn't want to do 8 because that's going to drive my OCD crazy. All right. Drums. What the hell did I just do? What the hell did I just do with that? All right. Weird. All right. I don't know why that's switching. Drums, bass, guitar, keys. There we go. That's more like it. Let's make these red. Mix plus is always poop. All right, everything's labeled. So now let's start leveling this out here. Right. So that's sounding pretty good already. Right. So the thing I'm going to do right now is, I mean, we did 2 takes of this song, but they don't play to a click track, so we literally just have to choose which take was best, and we all unanimously said that the second take was by far the superior performance, so that's what we ran with. Okay, let's make Johnny's vocal a little bit louder. All right, so since we're working, since I'm treating this like a studio environment, I'm going to meticulously edit out the vocals and cut what we absolutely do not need.
From the rainbow, another king raises his head. The war sails on thy father, and Richmond breathe throughout the land. He say a child is born, summer fall. When will we find the answer? We'll never find the day. Oh, the crying, is it justice that you seek? Let's put an end to the madness and rewrite our destiny of the fall. Seek! Seek, and you shall find. Oh, what the fall! Seek!
All right, there's John. By the way, I said meticulous as in, like, you know, I'm going to do surgery and, like, edit out every time he doesn't talk. Like, edit out the little gaps between each sentence. I'm not going to do that. Remember, this is for a live performance. So I'm treating this like I would treat any other live performance. I'm just taking a little extra precautions here because I want it to sound like as good as possible. And because Mike only has a couple of lines in this song, this is pretty easy. And then cut off all this bit here for the solo. Honestly, I could do it to Johnny's mic too, because he doesn't speak at all in the solo. But I know he yells "seek" there. All right, that's Mike's vocal done. Now let's go do Johnny's.
Seek, and you shall find. Seek.
I think he only yells the word "seek."
Seek.
Yeah, he only yells middle and end right here. All right, that's good. I guess he didn't. I guess he missed it, that one.
C.
I think that's the only other time he says it. Yeah. Okay. So I could delete basically Johnny's vocal entirely.
C.
All right. Now that we have this, let's flatten and merge. Flatten, merge. Let's turn these into individual regions. So that any editing I do okay. Save progress. Now what I think I'm going to do is edit out the octobon hits. The other toms I think are good enough where I don't need to edit out all the non-snare hits, but we'll see. That was a tom hit. There we go. There are octobon hits. Second octobon. Okay. Octobon's good. I think I am going to go through at least the first tom. Yep. Oh, wait, no, he's not even hitting that tom right there. That's just a reflection of the... Oh, I know he is. Never mind. There's one hit missing right there. Okay. Never mind, I'm stupid. Alright. There's that. Save that. And I think the other times, I think he hit them hard enough where the noise gate on it won't be that much. Doesn't look like he hit the floor tom either. Let's take a look. Yeah, he didn't hit that tom the whole song. All right, cool. That's one less track we need to worry about. Okay, that's definitely a hit. Okay. What are these hits, smaller hits going on here? Is that just reflection off the tom 3? Yeah, that's just reflection. Okay. Ah, fuck it, I might as well do it for this tom too. No, I can get away with that. Yeah, I can get away with that noise getting that. Okay. Save that. And now I'm going to align these with the vocal mics. Let's get to an area where everyone's going on. So chorus. So let's everything there. I do not need you, or you. Auto align. Okay. Line.
Let's pull it into the madness and rewrite our destiny. See, and you shall find a war that's so divine. I knew we'd lost its time after the fall. See, and you shall find a war that's so divine. I knew we'd lost its time after the fall. See.
All right, that's what I want. I want to wait for the octagon hits. And also, the more playback I give this, the more accurate the alignment is. All right, let's see what this thinks.
So divine, I knew we'd lost its time after the
Right away, the low end is more defined in the kick and snare. So that's awesome. Okay. Let's save this as it is. All right, let's get to mixing drums. But first, let me see if there's any more chats. All right, Eyelid. Those drums kind of make me want to open one more beer. I don't know if that's good or bad, but okay. Drink away. Just don't drive. Ace Man says it's already mixed. Job done. Jared. Gotta love the editing of waveforms. Working with the bleed. Yeah. Lars saying you could try the silencer plugin. That's the noise gate I use, but it doesn't always work 100%. So nothing beats editing unwanted noise out. Yeah, Octobans fucking suck. Yeah, I don't know why you guys keep saying use Black Salt silencer. I That's how you know, like, you guys, the people who haven't seen my mixing streams yet. That is the default plugin I always use. But nothing, like, even if I bring the threshold down just a little bit, especially on that first tom, he hits some hits a little softer. So when I bring it up with drum level on later on, I don't want it to accidentally translate a snare bleeding hit into a tom hit. So I always do that with the addition of silencer. Again, I don't know why. Obviously, people who haven't seen a stream before are suggesting Black Salt Audio. Trust me, I use it. Yeah, I always edit toms. I always go out of my way to, especially on hits like that where there's a lot of snare bleed. I don't want to risk I don't. What am I trying to say? I don't want even one snare hit to accidentally bleed into that. Jared Faust, I know you have the wing compact, but do you have experience with the full size wing? Yes, I've used it before. One other time I've used it. I actually prefer the compact over the full size wing. The full size wing is just way too fat, and that's me saying that. Okay. All right. Let's now let's actually get to making the drums sound pretty cool. Not that they don't already sound good. I mean, the drums sound fucking dope. So let's dial in here. Elvis is finally done being a terrorist, and he's sleeping right at my foot right now. So sorry, buddy. I'm gonna have to make you not be able to get a good night's sleep right now. That's what I thought. Okay. Oh, yeah, these octobans are going to be a fucking nightmare. Yeah, it's already sounding like night and day better. It's amazing what one or two little things do in conjunction with the overall sound of the drums. Tino Schultz says, YouTube never notifies me about your mixing streams. I don't know why. Like, I create the event, I create the live page and everything, and it just doesn't, like, it just doesn't notify people. I don't know why that is. I really don't know why, you know, why it's that. Oh well. Nothing I can do about it. Oh yeah. Yeah, I was blasting the shit out of those drums for a little bit, so give my ears a second to rest. Saturday show went over very well. The headliner was definitely a rockabilly old timer. I mean, they were nice, and soundcheck went over. They were a little anal retentive about the monitor sounds, and that's also because I haven't mixed in this room yet, so I don't know how the monitors were all set up. But we got through it. The second to last band, and I mean this in all the nicest ways, it was a struggle to get their monitors sounding the way they wanted it. Half the band were Grammy-nominated musicians, and like they've played with, you know, big-time cats in New Orleans. So they were all super chill, all really nice guys with a ton of patience. I explained to them like straight up. I'm like, look, guys, this is honestly my first time mixing here. I've been mixing for nearly 20 years now, so like I know what I'm doing. It's just I don't fully know this room yet. So just bear with me, have some patience, and we'll get through it. So to their credit, they were very patient with me. And the singer, just for some reason, he wanted his accordion to be louder than everything else in the mix. And even though it was loud as fuck in the house, he still had problems hearing it in the monitor. So we got there in the end. So second to last band, they had 5 vocal mics on stage. So that was pretty rough. And 2 local bands. One I've never met before, and the other one's played Dingbats a few times. So they were great. The whole show went off without a hitch. And yeah, the owner wants me back there. So I'll be there on the 28th with Surrender to Eden. I'm doing sound for them, but I'm also working there as a stagehand, helping load up equipment on stage, patch shit, you know, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm there to help out as well as do sound for Surrender to Eden. And then after there, I got to give him my July and August availability. So I'm going to be basically splitting my workload with, you know, Arties and Dingbats. So yeah, successful, you know, first gig out there. It was fun. And the bands were all good. All right. Anyway, let's get back to it with these drums. I'd say that's coming along nicely. That snare drum especially. Spencer Hobson, wish I can get my Mac screen this wide. I have a what the hell monitor I have? I have an LG. Oh, I can't even find the model on it. Whatever. It's the 37-inch wide 4K LCD monitor. So that's what I use monitor wise. I only have one monitor. I don't have two. Screen's big enough and clear enough for just one monitor what I need. Although if I'm going to be doing more of these streams at home, I probably will invest in like a little mini monitor just so I can see the chat room and stuff, just so I don't have to keep putting the camera only on me, and then when I click the camera away I don't see the chat room over here. But that's just maintenance and, you know, keeping it a little more clean looking. In case you guys couldn't tell, I like to keep it pretty raw looking as far as, you know, picture quality goes on my streams. You get what you get, and there's no, like, fake bullshit happening in my stream. Yeah, Ace Man. So, basically the story behind this whole thing is we set up everything. If I were to actually record them for real in a studio environment and focused solely, like, mainly focused on the drums, but I wanted to make sure the other instruments were all good. Yeah, the whole band approved of the drum performance, so everyone's going to conform and post to the drum performance. So I want to get the drums sounding as good as possible. So that was the goal there with this. And, yeah, this is in their basement. Let me see if I can actually... Oh, wait, no, I can't. It disappeared on my Facebook stories, I think. Or is it in the archive? I don't know. Let me see. Let me check real quick and see if I can see it on my archive. Nope. Nope. Okay. Never mind. I can't show you, but it was if follow Chris Hamill Photo on Instagram. That's where I... Yeah. Okay, let's get back to this. Yeah, that this little bridge right here is just what an epic like piece of music right there. The guitars and keys just work so fucking well together in this song. All right, let's get to the nightmare that is the octobonds. This is gonna piss me off. I can just tell you that right now. It would help if I can edit out that snare hit. Get your salsa pants on ready, guys. Just the tempo with this, you're you know. Yeah, that's about as much as I'm going to do with that. Okay, let's find a place where he's hitting the toms a lot here. That drum set is starting to sound like a drum set right now. So the last thing I'm going to do with this is on the drum bus now, I'm going to put some parallel compression on it. And then I'll put the room reverb on the whole kit. All right. I think drums are done with that one. Yeah, that Sound City plugin, man. That Sound City emulation is probably one of the best sounding reverbs I ever heard. Let's bring the camera all the way back up to normal. Yeah, that reverb sounds fucking awesome. Oh, Jared, you said it to me, one of the best photographers I have seen. Seriously, that's to me. Thank you, dude. Genuinely. Um, Burrell Investments, drums seem to be the hardest to mix as far as EQ and compression effects. Just takes a lot more than other instruments. Yeah, that's a thing. If you want to mix analog drums and not just put samples all over it, this is what you got to do. You got to just really have patience with this. This was, and these drums were recorded in a basement. Like, we didn't record them in like a high-end studio where I can get the natural sound of the room. And this isn't like a $10,000 Ludwig kit or whatever. I forget what drum kit it was, but it's no slouch drum kit. Fresh heads, fresh tune. But really, it's really, drums are the hardest instruments to track, because you have to hope that the drummer can hit the drums in the way that you want them to sound. For instance, if you wanted like that Canon snare, like I can almost get any snare drum to sound like, he played nothing but straight shots. But if a drummer can give you consistent like straight shots where he's hitting like the rim and the center of the head at the same time, that really gives it that snap and attack to it. It all comes down to the drummer. Like, you can have the best drum kit in the world, and you can put me behind the drum kit, and it will sound like shit. So it all comes down to how the drummer plays it, and the quality of the drum. Drums really do change room to room of how you record in. Like, they are the most finicky and the hardest instrument to get tracked right. Yeah, it's drums are a bitch and a half, but I've mixed drums enough where, I don't want to say that I hate saying that I'm good at something or bragging, and I definitely don't want to sound like I'm bragging, but I know for a fact I'm no slouch when it comes to mixing drums, especially live analog drums. Just because it's what I prefer. I prefer the real thing over anything else. I hate samples. I hate people who rely solely on samples and just putting samples over everything to just make it easy. I can delete everything I just did, right? And I can put samples on this drum kit, and it will sound even more clean and more, quote unquote, perfect. But fuck that noise. I want to hear the drum. I want to hear the drummer actually playing the drum set. Anyway, the good thing about this is the bass, guitar, and keyboards, they didn't change anything from the last live show that we did. The same input, the same signal, the same EQ, the same everything. So what I'm actually going to do right now is I'm going to cheat. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to what I'm going to do is, let's see, is it still on here? Yes, it is. What I'm going to do is copy all of my mix settings for the bass, the keyboards, and the guitar from the last live session. And then that will be that. So let's set up more keys. Create track. Keys. And then send this over to keys. All right. So I don't want the content over. I want to Hit that. Plugins. Replace. There you go. Keys, bus 4, bus 4. Okay, excellent. We do not want auto align on that. Let's see. Let's go to bass now. This is blatantly cheating. So instead of just doing this myself, there we go. There's bass. And now let's go to guitar. Replace. Don't need auto align. All right. Let's go through this one by one and see how it sounds. Okay. Yep. That's sounding pretty good, like a good band mix right now. Yeah, there's really not a lot I would change to that. Except maybe like automation and shit. But this is a live version of it. When we overdub vocals and hopefully release this as a single, I can release it as I can do some automation. But I'm probably gonna do it anyway. Yeah, guys. So I'm gonna take a piss real quick. I'll be right back, and then we'll do vocals. All right. I want to go back a little bit in the chat to Pro Audio Plus. Thanks as always for checking out the stream. Yeah, 2 house gigs. I'm gonna have 2 regular gigs at 2 different venues. So, yep, that's I'm very excited about that. All right, let's now that my ears had a chance to chill for a minute, let's listen to the band one more time and see if anything can be improved with what we already have. I'm going to listen to pretty much the whole thing now. Yeah, I just wanted to give the guitars a little bit more space with that. I'm happy with that. I listened to that on a very low volume, by the way, so I heard every little minute difference. Okay. Let's save progress. Let's do vocals now.
This, the wildness in the streets, the fever smell of...
You know what? Let me see what my effects sound like from the last set. Because, I mean, it's the same voice. It's the same... It really is the same... essentially the same mic, same singer. So let's see. Oh wait, no, never mind. I can't do that. Yeah, I'll just do it manually again. Oh, you know what? No, never mind. I can do that. Hold on. I'm a fucking moron. John Vox, I can add the tracks so that I can now just take everything except the auto align and bring that over. Delete. Okay, let's see how John's vocal sounds with everything just simply copied over from the last live show.
We see the people, the conflicts, the wildness in the streets, the fear, the smell of pestilence in our society. Over there lies Brother Abel, another Cain raises his head. The law says I'm thy father, and we spread greed throughout the land. He say a child is born, some are forged, some are torn. Minorities, they boycott our systems of today. Red rivers filled with drugs, they're poisoning our blood. When will we find the answer? We'll never find the day. We see the people, the conflicts, the wildness in the streets, the fear, the smell of pestilence in our society. Over there lies Brother Abel, another Cain raises his head. The law says I'm thy father, and we spread greed throughout the land. He say a child is born, some are forged, some are torn.
All right.
Minorities, they boycott our systems of today. Red rivers filled with drugs, they're poisoning our blood. When will we find the answer? We'll never find the day. We see the people, the conflicts, the wildness in the streets, the fear, the smell of pestilence in our society.
Oh no.
Over there lies Brother Abel, another...
Oh my god, a very rare crash from Logic. A very rare crash from Logic. Oh boy, that's kind of embarrassing. It could be worse. I could be on Pro Tools. Would have crashed 5 different times by now. Dog block. Drums need gates too. Not sure if you've been paying attention. I did put noise gates on the drums. It's like one of the first things I did. There we go. Okay. We're back in business over here. All right.
We see the people, the conflicts, the wildness in the streets, the fear, the smell of pestilence
Okay. Yeah. I'm good with that. Let's repeat the same process for Mike's vocal. That will basically save a lot of time here. Okay. All right. Hey, who'da thunk? When same band, same microphone, same song. Yeah. You can basically copy and paste effects and it will sound exactly like they did in the previous performance. The only difference is I can hear that it's cleaner now. Sweet. So I feel we've lost this time. After the fall, see, and you shall die. A war that shall divide. I feel we've lost this time. After the fall, see. All right, let's add the Vox verb and delay. So I don't have to second guess this shit again. Okay. Vox verb. What bus? Okay, let's have the Vox verb be bus 12. That would make this bus 13. Let's bring these to the vocal bus. Okay. Now all I gotta do is just add the vocal I want to the verb and the delay. Sweet. That's Eric Cartman level. Sweet. Alright, roughly around there for the digital delay. Okay. Now let's go to Vox verb, pre-fader, and combine the taste.
We see the people, the conflicts, the wildness in the streets, the fever smell of pestilence in our society. Over there, light from the rainbow, another king raises his head. All sails under my father, and he's been throughout the land. Say a child is born. Some are forged, some are torn. Minorities, they boycott our systems of today. Red rivers filled with drugs, they're poisoning our blood. When will we find the the people, the conflicts, the wildness in the streets, the fear, the smell of pestilence in our society. Over there lies Brother Rainbow, along the cane raises his head. The war sails on like father, and he's been bleeding throughout the land. Saying child is born, some are forged, some are torn. Minorities, they boycott our systems of today. Run rivers filled with drugs, they're poisoning our blood. When will we find the answer? We'll never find the day. Heard the news today of the poll. What was it yesterday? Wasn't any conflicts, the wildness in the streets, the fear, the smell of pestilence. Heard the news today of the poll. What was it yesterday? Wasn't anything at all. Forget the past and its distant memories. Relive a lifetime for all the world to say.
All right. Let's get some automation going on that delay. And, yeah.
It all. Forget the past and its distant memories. Relive. I heard the news today of the poll. What was it yesterday? Wasn't anything at all.
Oh my God. Let's try this again.
Heard the news today of the poll. What was it yesterday? Wasn't anything at all. Forget the past and its distant memories. Relive a lifetime for all the world to say. We see the people, the conflicts, the wildness in the streets, the fear, the smell of pestilence in our society. Over there lies Brother Rainbow, along the cane raises his head. The war sails on like father, and he's been bleeding throughout the land. Say a child is born. Some are forged, some are torn. Minorities, they boycott our systems of today. Run rivers filled with drugs, they're poisoning our blood. When will we find the answer? We'll never find the day. yourself someday. Walls tell rumors, is it justice that you see? Let's put an end to the madness and rewrite our destiny. See, and you shall find a war that's so divine. I feel we've lost this time after the fall. See, and you shall find a war that's so divine. I feel we've lost this time after the fall. See. You shall find a war that's so divine. I fear we've lost this time after the fall. See, and you shall find a war that's so divine. I fear we've lost this time after the fall. See.
That one was a little too aggressive.
After the fall, see. I heard the news today of a world forgotten time and race. We've forgotten where we are. Forget the past and its distant memory. Relive a lifetime for all the world to say.
Cool. Save that bad boy. Okay. Now I'm just going to go over some basic, like, level adjustments and anything I got to do. Because right now that's sounding pretty dope. Yeah. Very basic, just good stereo delay, good reverb. And pretty much golden right there. All right. Let's listen to it. I'm going to listen to it on various levels of volume. You should too. This is the crucial listening point.
Heard the news today.
Right away, right there. The very first syllable. Let me just increase the input gain a little bit on that, just so the noise gate doesn't cut it off.
I heard the news today of the poll. What was it yesterday? Wasn't anything at all. Forget the past and its distant memories. Relive. Their memories. Relive a lifetime for all the world to say. We see the people, the conflicts, the wildness in the streets, the fear, the smell of pestilence in our society. Over there lies Brother Rainbow, alone the king raises his head. The war sails on like father, and we should breathe throughout the lake.
All right, so basically what I'm doing right now is entering a like EQ style multiband compression essentially. So gotta go linear phase, high, analyzer, EQ match, reference, external sidechain, and now.
We see the people, the conflicts, the wildness in the streets.
Okay. Zero. Make it a dynamic EQ. About 3 dB. External sidechain. And now I just play with it.
We see the people, the conflicts, the wildness in the streets, the fear, the smell of pestilence in our society. Over there lies Brother Rainbow, alone the king raises his head. The war sails on the like father, and we should breathe throughout the land. Say a child is born. Some are forged, some are torn. Minorities, they boycott our systems of today. Red rivers filled with drugs, they're poisoning our blood. When will we find the answer? We'll never find the day. destiny. See, and you shall find a war that's so divine. I feel we've lost this time after the fall. See, and you shall find a war that's so divine. I feel we've lost this time after the fall. See.
Yeah, that snare hit coming into the solo should be a little louder. Is it just noise gate that's causing it? No, that's just volume. Okay. Answer will never find the day. Someday, walls tell rumors. Is it justice that you see? Let's put an end to the madness and rewrite our destiny.
you shall find a world that's so divine. I feel we've lost this time after the fall. See, and you shall find a world that's so divine. I feel we've lost this time after the fall. See, into the madness. We see the people, the conflicts, the wildness in the streets, the fear, the smell of pestilence in our society. Over there lies Brother Abel, another Cain raises his head. The law says I'm thy father, and we spread greed throughout the land. You say a child is born, some are forged, some are taught. Minorities, they boycott our systems of today. Red rivers filled with drugs, they're poisoning our blood. When will we find the answer? We'll never find the day. We see the people, the conflicts, the wildness in the streets, the fear, the smell of pestilence in our society. Over there lies Brother Abel, another Cain raises his head. The law says I'm thy father, and we spread greed throughout the land. You say a child is born, some are forged, some are torn. Minorities, they boycott our systems of today. Red rivers filled with drugs, they're poisoning our blood. When will we find the answer? We'll never find the day.
Okay. I mean, there's really not much I could do with that cymbal bleed. That's, part of doing recording vocals in the same room as drums. So this is good enough for overdubs. And yeah, let me get to bus processing now on this. First, let me rest my ears a little bit before I really tackle final bus processing. Oh boy. Yeah, by the way, guys, if you just a reset from the beginning of the stream, had a day with the day job. So caught myself a movie, went to see Ballerina, the new John Wick spinoff. Hell of a lot of fun. Really fun movie. Go see it. It kicks ass. And that's that. By the way, I like seeing all the new comment notifications I get every time Metallica plays a show. I didn't expect that video to go as, I hate the term viral, but I didn't expect that video to do as well as it is. That video's what? Let's see, how many views does that video now have? It's a lot. It's in the hundreds of thousands now. Let's see. What's my... Huh. Analytics. There we go. That's what I wanted. Yeah, the Metallica video is my #1 video on the channel so far for the month of June. Like, it was fine. Like, it did its initial run when I first posted it, and then it just gradually went like, and now that Metallica's like on doing more shows, it's like, and it just went up. That's funny. I'm just amazed that, you know, it's still generating as much traffic as it is. Yeah, it's at 208,000 views. That's not viral, but like that's still a very good video. But it's funny, most people cut off at you know what? Let me just show you. Yeah, I might as well just show you this. Be a little transparent here. You see how it like immediately dives off here? Because that's when I start like criticizing Metallica. And then right around here is when I start to explain what sound physics are. And then that just gets people to be like, okay. He's just crying about Metallica. But yeah, well, transparency. I made $790 from this one video. That's pretty cool. It's funny. The general manager for Sound Image Inc., their production, their like in-house stage production, left a very angry comment on the video. That was fun to read. Yeah, he went on a little bit of an ego trip, saying as a GM of the #1 sound company in the world, and he did it from I guess like his former band's Gmail account. So it wasn't hard to figure out who was behind it. Yeah, that was a lot of fun to read. Just like the insane ego trip that people go on when they are triggered by me criticizing. Comment. You can see it on the video. I'm not going to give him the light of day, but you can find it. But he was like, this crew is the best of the best, and you are like essentially shitting on it. You shouldn't, you know, talk shit from being just a club guy. Meanwhile, he got his start working in clubs too, so he's a hypocrite on that one. But if an NFL wide receiver dropped the game-winning touchdown to win the Super Bowl and the team lost because that receiver dropped the ball, that receiver would have endless forms of criticism. From talking heads on TV, from former players who actually played, and by Stephen A. Smith, who never played a down in his life. And then you get the fans talking shit too. Like, now that receiver doesn't have to accept the criticism, apart from his teammates and his coach. He could tell everyone criticizing him to go fuck themselves because I couldn't catch a game-winning touchdown pass. I'm just saying, like, there's literally over, let's see, how many comments does that video have? Let's see. I can't check and see. Okay. Let's see. This has almost 3,000 comments, the video. And an overwhelming majority of them are agreeing with me that the sound quality from Metallica's new stage is, I don't want to say shit, but it's not good. So, I'm not the only one saying it. All right. Let's get back to doing this. Let's do bus processing, finalize this, because we still got a video to edit. So, let's finalize the mix here.
We see the people, the conflicts, the wildness in the streets, the fear, smell of pestilence in our society. When will we find the answer? We'll never find the day. All the crying, it never lie away. Before my day is done, will I redeem myself someday? Walls tell rumors, is it justice that you see? Let's put an end to the madness and rewrite our destiny. See, and you shall find a war that's so divine. I feel we've lost this time after the fall. See, and you shall find a war that's so divine. I feel we've lost this time after the fall. See. Someday, walls tell rumors, is it justice that you see? Let's put an end to the madness and rewrite our destiny. See, and you shall find a war that's so divine. I feel we've lost this time after the fall. See, and you shall find a war that's so divine. I feel we've lost this time after the fall. See. That you see. Let's put an end to the madness and rewrite our destiny. See, and you shall find a war that's so divine. I feel we've lost this after the fall. See, and you shall find a war that's so divine. I feel we've lost this time after the fall. See, that you see. Let's put an end to the madness and rewrite our destiny. See, and you shall find a war that's so divine. I feel we've lost this time after the fall. See, and you shall find a war that's so divine. I feel we've lost this time after the fall. See, rewrite our destiny. See, and you shall find a war that's so divine. I feel we've lost this time after the fall. See, and you shall find a war that's so divine. I feel we've lost this time after the fall. See, rewrite our destiny. See, and you shall find a war that's so divine. I feel we've lost this time after the fall. See, and you shall find a war that's so divine. I feel we've lost this time after the fall. See, rewrite our destiny. See, and you shall find a war that's so divine. I feel we've lost this time after the fall. See, rewrite of destiny. See, and you shall find. Oh, wow, that's so divine. I feel we've lost this time. After the fall. See, and you shall find. Oh, wow, that's so divine. I feel we've lost this time. After the fall. See, rewrite of destiny. See, and you shall find. Oh, wow, that's so divine. I feel we've lost this time. After the fall. See, and you shall find. Oh, wow, that's so divine. I feel we've lost this time. After the fall.
Okay, we got ourselves an audio track now. I listen to that really, really low when I'm doing that because I want to be able to hear all of the tiny little things that I would miss if I were blasting that full blast. Okay. Let's do one last listen through. With everything, I'm gonna listen at full blast volume and then finalize this shit.
I heard the news today of the poll. What was it yesterday? Wasn't anything at all. Forget the past and its distant memories. Relive. I heard the news today of the poll. What was it yesterday? Wasn't anything at all. Forget the past and its distant memories. Relive a lifetime for all the world to say. We see the people, the conflict. say of a world forgotten time and race, we've forgotten where we are. Forget the past and its distant memory. Relive a lifetime for all the world to say.
One final thing I need to fix is at the very end right here. Distant memories. Make that a little bit louder so the noise gate doesn't drown it.
It's just a memory. Relive a lifetime for all the world to say.
And get the fall at the end.
The fall. Live a lifetime for all the world to say. The fall.
All right. We got ourselves a mix. Right. All right. I'm keeping my fingers crossed here, guys, that this thing can render as I'm still alive. While that's rendering, let's see what we got over here. Sorry, guys, if the camera is all jittery. I see my FPS going down, and it's struggling to keep up. So my graphics card is in full disarray right now. But it's bouncing. So yeah, it's bouncing all right. Cinco, is there ever a reason you listen loud? Yeah, because you're the Fletcher Munson thing. Basically, your ears listen to the higher frequencies more sensitive than the low end. So, if you were to play, if you like a sound wave from 20 hertz to 20,000, right, at the same exact dB volume, your ears would hear the upper. I got to mirror this. Think of this as low end, high end, and if you're playing a sound at every frequency at an even level, right, your ears naturally hear this area from 2K to 8K more frequently, and they'll hear it a lot more than the low end. So you have to listen at louder volume to be able to hear the low end as the same as the top end, which is why when you see me mix, you'll normally see, like, I can't do this right, an arrow, like a gentle slope from low to high on the frequency analyzer. That just it really is just like how your ears work, essentially. And I'm sure you noticed I was using the tonal processor, that little squiggly Ebola virus looking graph thing. Basically, I use that to reference visually what my ears may or may not be hearing accurately. So if I see, as long as I keep like the RMS of the whole mix in that Ebola graph there, it's within what isotope Ozone recommends that you should master to for the specific genre of music. Here, it actually just bounced, so I'll show you. I'm talking about this guy right here, the tonal balance control. Basically, you select what genre of music you're working with, and let's say if I'm mixing hip hop, see how much more bass hip hop has, but I'm mixing rock. So as long as I keep the line of the mix in this graph right here, you're good. So I'm well within the line. I mean, I'm at the border right here at 3K, but for this band, I tend to like a little sharper tones with that range. So I just like how that sounds. So let me save the session in Logic, and now let me quit Logic. Is Logic going to crash on me as I'm closing it? Because it tends to do that now. Ever since I updated it, it freezes after I save it and as I tell it to close. Oh, okay. There it is. Now it went. Completely correct me if I'm wrong, but why use this if you have proper monitoring? Look at the room I'm in. Apart from those panels there's a panel right behind me. See that? Bass trap right there, and then there's another one right behind me there. There's another one right behind the monitor there. It all comes down to the room. I mean, you can have the greatest speakers in the world, but if you have, less than stellar room acoustics, I at least need more, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm tired now. I need more aids to visually to hear correctly. My best year 2024. I thought you were streaming a show. Well, the title says I'm not. Yeah, the Fletcher-Munson curve. It illustrates how the human ear perceives loudness, different frequencies. Just look it up. On Wikipedia. You know what? Better yet, because I'll just do it for you. So basically, this is what it is right here. Your ears, the volume of the sound has to be louder to hear the low end as accurately as the high end, in layman's terms. So that's a Fletcher-Munson. And I personally, if I were in like a full-on pro studio with like purpose-built walls and acoustics, I probably wouldn't need the tonal balance control, but I'm mixing in a one-bedroom apartment, so I need extra help. As long as it sounds good in the end, as long as it sounds good, I really don't give a shit how it gets done. All right. Now comes the really fun part with this whole thing. While Final Cut loads, I'll answer some more questions. Is the stream on a mixer? I don't know what you mean. My best year. I'm not mixing on a mixer right now. Everything's controlled in the computer. The only thing that is connected right now is my SSL 2 Plus interface. I have this microphone attached to it. That's it. Other than that, it's basically acting as my sound card. Risk. Did you go to college? Yes. I wish I didn't because I really didn't need to. I went to Bergen County in Paramus, New Jersey, and I got my associates for music tech, and I really didn't learn much when I was there. The only reason why I went to college is to get an internship at SiriusXM so I could get my foot in the door of broadcasting, and that's the only reason why I went to college. A couple of years ago, I tried to go back and do my bachelor's, but for the degree requirement, I had to take physics classes and history from 1500 to 1940 or whatever. And a lot of other stupid classes that cost a lot of money to do. And I just thought it was stupid, so I just stopped going. And now I'm stuck with a student loan bill that I probably shouldn't have had in the first place. So as I'm blabbering right now, I'm just getting all the camera footage in the in Final Cut. Because I have 5 camera angles to work with tonight with this. Okay. Osmo Pocket. Okay, now import. Fall Live Studio Mix. Okay, everything's imported. Cinco XD. Yes, I saw you talking about College Number 5 Honest Truth video. Great video. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, if you're thinking of going to college for sound, don't go. Just save your money, get a job working as a stagehand at a music venue or with a production company, and actually learn how to do it in the real world. Don't go to Full Sail and spend a fuckload of money on a degree working on equipment you most likely won't ever use and get paid shit wages while having to pay off your enormous student loans. I did get lucky in community college, though, and I found an old head audio engineer who completely flipped my view on audio and my workflow, and he helped me get ahead. The actual classes themselves have barely helped me at all. Well, you got lucky and you met someone who helped you. You know, that's college doesn't give you any validation with a degree. Just watch my video, 5 Honest Truths. Every newbie audio engineer should have. Your degree means jack shit. Unfortunately, it doesn't give you any validation except to feed your own pride and your own ego. Your degree is fucking useless in the world of audio. No sound engineer and no employer is going to give a shit if you have a degree from Full Sail. In fact, people will laugh if you have a degree from Full Sail because you got suckered into getting an expensive degree. All right, let's continue on here because this is going to be a really fun part here. I've never done a video editing live stream before. So this is the editing software I use. It's called Final Cut. And here are my 5 camera angles. Please don't fucking crash on me. I mean, I'm not expecting this to run smoothly tonight. I think this is crashing. Okay. Lovely. Oh yeah, force quit. There we go. This might actually not be feasible tonight. All right, let's see. If this doesn't work, I'm just going to shut the stream down and just do this because I actually have to get this stuff done tonight. How is it that I have a fucking M1 Max MacBook Pro and I can't fucking live stream Final Cut? Now it's not even loading. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh wow, it's not even force quitting right now. Oh, Final Cut, what are you doing to me, man? Okay. Well, there's nothing to hear. Heather Heathen Nations music. There's nothing to hear. You heard the mix. Now it's just I gotta assemble the multicam video. Yeah, now I have to eat crow with this because all the time I talk shit about Windows, and then I champion Macs. Like it's still doing the look at this. This is still doing the whole bouncy thing. Like it's not even fucking stopping trying to open. Okay. May have to reboot the computer here. All right, let me see if I reset Finder. Because I don't want to have to fucking restart the whole computer and redo this whole thing. All right, sorry if doing this just shuts down OBS. Oh, wait, no. Oh, thank God. It finally fucking stopped doing the bouncy thing. Oh, wait, nope. Never mind. It's still doing it. Yeah, I'm doing force quit. It's just not doing it. It's being a little cunt nugget right now. All right, relaunch. Relaunch Finder. Well, this is awkward. It's legitimately not loading now. I don't know what else to do here, guys. I think I might have to stop streaming and just do this in post. Just record the whole editing thing. Because Logic, if I click Logic loads up right away. But Final Cut, for some reason, just ain't loading. I might have just exhausted my graphics card with this. I don't know how. It's really annoying, but look at this. Photoshop Lightroom loads. Adobe Audition loads. Okay, Final Cut. It's Final Cut tonight. All right, well, this was lackluster. Oh, okay, lovely. It's a fucking known thing. Final Cut will not force click. I Google it and it comes right up. Okay, I have to reset the computer. So, all right. Well. All right. Sorry, guys. I hate to end on a fucking awkward note, but have to end this.